Hi everyone, this is Zach Brown, posting from the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change in Copenhagen, Denmark. Please forgive any stumbling. I don't have any experience in broadcast journalism nor any formal training. That being said, there's some really interesting news from the last 24 hours. Lisa Jackson, the head of the EPA, announced that the EPA has concluded that carbon dioxide and 5 other greenhouse gases are a threat to public health. This is very interesting because it gives possibly the Obama administration greater enforcement powers, even if the United States Congress fails to pass legislation to limit emissions. These 6 substances will be subject to regulation under the Clean Air Act if this stands, which it will. That being said, this is a demonstration, I think, of the commitment that the Obama administration is showing to passing substantive legislation, to cap emissions. It's very obvious that him and his delegates are very committed to this. A U.S. delegate speaking in a plenary session last night sounded very ambitious, and he definitely made it sound as though the United States is very committed to this. And I think that's a representation of Obama's commitment. However, I don't know that Obama has a lot of enough congressional support and or constituent support. So that, I guess, in summary, I am optimistic about our administration and their role they're playing in this. Possibly not so optimistic about the United States Congress and or the people of the United States. The thing that is really holding this back, or potentially will hold this back, is lack of movement and acceptance by the United States Congress. I think that empowers you, the listener, as an active citizen. If this is an important issue to you, you have great power to influence your representatives. Most Americans aren't politically active, and so that creates a situation where those that are have great say. And so if you call Denny Rehberg or John Tester or Max Baucus, your voice will be heard. So I encourage you to do so. Moving on, an interesting tidbit. The Dr. R.K. Pachauri, butchered his name, I apologize, but he is the head chair of the IPCC. He has been hinting possibly at Obama using an executive order to cap emissions if Congress fails to pass solid legislation that backs up this treaty. I just find that interesting. I don't think it's realistic, and I'm sure that it won't happen because it would be political suicide for Obama. It would be seen by the American people and the United States Congress as an abuse of power, certainly. And even if it did work, the next president who came in would come in and reverse it, likely a conservative president. So I don't think it would be productive, and it would be, as I said, political suicide, but interesting nonetheless. Everything is pretty crazy over here, lots of stuff going on. I'm in the main plenary hall right now. Let's see, it is called Karen Blixen Room, Plenary Hall 2. When the main delegation has their closed meeting, they play the video in this room, and this is where I am able to sit and watch the goings-on.